name is Kathy Selby. I'm a first year student studying a Bachelor of Special Education.
Hi, my name's Karen Yule and I'm a third year student studying a Bachelor of Special Education.
In our submission, we will be investigating how we might use our positions as educators to mediate difference and dominance. We will show how using a current relevant event within our society, we can extract real-life education opportunities. As an example, we will be viewing a news presentation of one of our major events currently within the media. Then given a breakdown of the event in question and related to the curriculum. This kind of news report is common during schoolies celebrations.
Today we will be looking at an event held annually on the Gold Coast called Schoolies. It is an event that is held each year for the group of Year 12s who have just completed school throughout the state. Approximately 30 to 35,000 school leavers converge on the Gold Coast for the last week in November every year. The government funds a week-long party near Cavill Mall at Surfers Paradise to entertain the schoolies and makes this area a dry zone for the duration. Each schoolie must be registered for the event and is given a wristband to formally identify and allow them in. Although precautions are taken, still many people that should not be there do attend. Those that are overaged are known as tallies, who often cause fights and generally disrupt the enjoyment of schoolies. These people cause massive headaches for the police, who are already fighting a battle against 17-year-olds drinking alcohol when they shouldn't be.
Over the last few years, a new group has also emerged at the schoolies presentation. These people are known as fallies. Fallies are kids that are not in Year 12 but feel that this event should be a free-for-all. Why parents have allowed these kids to be there is anyone's guess, but each year numbers increase.
Police and the Child Protection Unit are investigating why a 12-year-old girl rescued from a Gold Coast beach yesterday spent the night partying with schoolies. The incident comes as more than 100 people were arrested for being drunk and behaving badly.
This year, many parents sat horrified as the announcement came out that a 12-year-old girl had been pulled out of the surf, totally spaced out after partying with schoolies. Police could not believe that a child so young had come to schoolies with her friends. When asked what she had taken, she wouldn't tell police. The test showed she had used drugs and alcohol. The girl's friends said that they had caught a train to the event from Logan. The problem was that they were too young to get into schoolies events and left unsupervised had become a recipe for disaster. The young girl was taken to the Gold Coast Hospital where she was questioned by child protection officers. We would all like to know how a child as young as this was able to leave home without her parents' knowledge, how she was able to gain access to alcohol, and why nobody was looking for it. This event is recognised as a rite of passage in Australia, and students come from all states to participate.
While significant in the eyes of school leavers and their parents, provides a whole barrage of social issues, highlighting community and worldwide beliefs and practices associated with rites of passage, the drinking laws currently in Australia, and people's rights and responsibilities. Within this topic, many opportunities for learning are available. For example, media. Media texts have specific purposes and are modified to maximise audience impact. This is within the arts, while English is another section of essential learnings, providing relevance within the sections on reading and viewing. Words and images can persuade an audience to agree with a point of view by portraying people, characters, places, events, and things in different ways. Writing and designing includes invoking emotion, persuading, and informing. Language elements add meaning and interest. With this in mind, incorporating the news presentation and information supplied, initial discussions with students will be asking them to identify details of the broadcast they noted as significant. Why do we have schoolies? Ask what different schoolies could mean if you were, for example, boy or girl, white or ethnic, rich or poor, and if you were either 17 or 18. Then introduce Marxist theory, according to Hickey, on the three classes, with school graduation and schoolies events being predominantly based on their family's middle class status, with the potential for divide, according to Bilton et al., in the two theories of middle class, the old as the working class and the new as the professional and the upper middle class. evoking the emotive link towards creating or maintaining their personal status with the choices made to either pursue education or a trade. What impact does the media have on Schoolies Week? In leading discussions with students, differing perspectives will be identified. For example, the positions that could be taken of schoolies, toolies, foolies, and their parents.
They will be posed the question, and what do you think about that? Students are able to make judgments and justify opinions using information and ideas from texts. The discussion would be, in what ways would the celebrations of Year 7 be different to Year 12? Do you think parents should give kids alcoholic drinks? Bad would be, if parents give the kids drinks, it's teaching them that it's okay. It makes you think that you can drink whatever you want. Only parents with lots of money and high-paying jobs can give their kids alcohol all the time. Parents are more likely to give their boys alcohol because they think that boys can handle alcohol better. In science, they're taught that alcohol can hurt your brain because it's not mature yet. On the good side, it gets the kids used to drinking alcohol. In Italy, kids have alcohol with their evening meal. It doesn't seem to harm them. At least if they drink a little bit now, they might respect it when they get older. The poorer kids don't get drink as much because their parents can't afford it. Some kids from other nationalities drink because that is the way they are brought up. Parents tend to protect girls.
This relates very much to Bem's sex role theory, where being male means taking on the strong role and being female means taking on the weak role, and parents treating teenagers according to gender rather than age.
This topic could be used to incorporate a rights and responsibilities unit, possibly in semester 1 of Year 7, and followed with a project of how they could recognise the completion of their primary schooling. Topics for student research and discussions are taken from students' perspective. This incorporates the ways of working by reflecting on learning, applying new understanding, and identifying future applications. Students could be presented with Schoolies information packs. Based on this research and personal ideas, students will present new positions for consideration. Research and data can be collected and used in other subject areas, that is, maths and business applications, for fundraising to help include the financial diversity within Year 7, including cooking, money, business skills, statistics and graphing. Then, with SOS, exploring various cultural studies, creating an awareness of cultural diversity, with technology and media presentations, including the influence of media. To better use the information gathered on existing celebrations, rituals and rites of passage performed in different cultures, these can be shared and discussed. Posing the question, do you think race matters at schoolies? Or, do you think it was like Freud said in his socialization theory that everyone becomes the same to fit in? This information can be used to create an appropriate rite of passage for their end of Year 7 celebrations, including qualifying criteria. This can be voted on by the Year 7 body of students and teachers. This is to encourage participation and consequence. So, how might education mediate difference and dominance? By linking with and exploring society, pointing out and discussing and challenging the various points of view and the visible and not so visible influences contained and taken for granted within any socio-cultural position.